back to Gategully. Dwarf Fortress Let's Play from Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. Right, now, as you may or may not remember, as I have actually been having difficulty remember, my plan is to set up... I want to make Gategully into the mountain home. That's my current goal. And then that's going to enable me to retire the fortress and not feel bad about it, because just my frame rate is ridiculously low and it's really hard to do without anything. Admittedly, I don't know why. I used to be all the way down to frame rate 4 and now I'm back up to like 11ish, 12ish, but meh. As part of this process, what I've been doing is practicing. This is my Duchess's... Oh, did I just see someone drop down there? Anyway, this is my Duchess's quarters, right? And I've been trying to get them up to Duchess standards because she was really only a Baroness now, and she became a Duchess recently. And in her bedroom, I had to make these. I had to install several statues, several silver statues. You know, to kind of bring up. These are not just. I mean, this one here is just silver. No, actually, no. They're all decorated. They're all beautiful decorated silver statues. And that took a while to get the bedroom up to snuff. Yet here is a single steel statue, and not a decorated steel statue, just a steel statue. It's not even all that brilliant. It's only got a single line next to which and same here. But now my Duchess is dead happy. It's got all the things that they need, all that she needs. So, you know, steel statues are clearly the way to go. Now, way down here is my actual, here are my quarters. I'm reasonably confident that this office here, this is going to be, no, sorry, this is going to be the dining room. I'm reasonably confident that this dining room is going to be suitable because that is an actual artifact. Table. Here we go. Worth 45,000 dwarf bucks. So, given that you know the quality of the room equates to the value of the room, I'm feeling reasonably confident that that's going to be okay. And it's got nicely detailed marble floor, superiorly designed image of this is again NATO spoonbelter being killed by Nemen attack idols and squeezing talon. Seems to be a really common thing. It's an image that turns up a lot, so clearly it's very important to the mythos. So I'm reasonably confident, therefore, that with enough steel statues, everything's just going to be tickety-boo. So I'll be able to make these up to the relevant standards. I'm still going to make as much of the furniture and stuff out of steel and wait for it to be masterful and stuff. But I'm now less worried by how much effort I'm going to have to put in. I mean, I may end up having to like ring all of these kind of walls here with statues, and then like only have a like narrow corridor in the middle that the dwarves can actually walk through. But should be fine. And I think I really have to pull the trigger. Oh, look! Stuff got dumped. My mouse is being a pain. But stuff got dumped. Look at that! Look at that! I am so pleased. Keep forgetting what mode I'm on and what mode you're on really does determine what the arrow keys do and stuff like that. But the other thing I really need to pull the trigger on is making this area livable. So let's make a food stockpile. these are good places. Any? Right, so it's going to be just going to forbid everything. Forbid, and only prepared food. So prepared food is in there. Optiones, that's fine. Alright, happy for that to have barrels. That's lovely, and I'm going to take from this this stockpile, and I'm going to change the settings again because I suddenly realised I haven't allowed them to have drinks. It's interesting. Is plants isn't showing up as quite. It's looking not quite as forbidden as everything else. But drink plant is going to be permitted. I'll open up drink animal, but I don't have any bees. So anyway, and so that is going to be taking. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it that way. I do not want to do it that way. Forbid. I want a separate stockpile. Because if I don't have a separate stockpile, then the possibility is that this will be it'll fill up entirely with drinks, which I do not want. Forbid. And no prepared food, so only drinks. So this now takes from this stockpile. Because if I didn't do that, because I've got so many more drinks, the possibility is that that stockpile would have entirely filled up with drinks and would have had no food in it. I'm going to build a table, and that's going to be a little dining room. And I'm going to make sure I'm not going to get the really snazzy tables. So there's no particular point doing that. So I don't want any of the I mean, they're going to be nice tables, you know, but I'm okay with that. Right. I think I'm going to start off with just the 3 here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And when these get done, I'm going to make this into a little dining. That's going to be a dining room. And I'm going to dig off this way. I'm just going to actually get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Excellent. I'm good at this. Good thing I checked, really. Those are going to be quarters. So there's going to be a dining room, and there's going to be quarters. Fundamentally, I don't think I can now, I think, make this into a burrow, which is W. Add new burrow, which we are going to. How do we name these things? Define the burrow. Name the burrow. Magma forges. I should probably wait until these have been dug out, but, you know. So in other words, there's going to be folks in the magma forges And I don't even need to come up that high, I don't think. So I'm not actually going to add anybody to that just yet, because until I actually have the bedrooms done, there's no point. But then what I'm going to do is so I'll have quarters, I've got a dining room, I'll have food stockpiles, I'll have drink stockpiles, and that should be that. I'd probably be happier if I knew for a fact that I had enough in the way of food. Yeah. Let's go back to stocks. Can't remember where prepared meals comes on this list. I'd kind of gotten to a point where I knew what. Oh, there we go. 600. I've only got 645 prepared meals. I'd really prefer that there were more. But it might be. I mean, maybe I just need more cooks, and maybe maybe I just need more. Kitchens. I'm not sure, because I only seem to get about the right. I seem to keep steady rather than actually gaining. Maybe I should put some easy meals in to go with the stews are they're the middle one. I can't remember what they're. Fine meals versus lavish meals. So stews are going up a little bit. 13 hour in use, which I presume means they're being eaten. And roasts are the main meal. So I got I'm not sure they add up to quite the same number that it said in. But anyway, so I've got 270 of those and 346 of those. Yeah. What I don't want is for my dwarves to get upset, my upper dwarves to get upset, because they're not getting the things that they want. I should probably do things like make sure the people who I burrow down here, it might be an idea to induct them into the military long enough to give them armor, and then make it so that there's a setting you can do that if you are off duty, you still wear your armor. So that way, because one of the issues that I would have, because if I make a burrow down here, if I move all my metal crafters down here, then essentially what I'm doing is I am making sure that they only work here and they don't go anywhere else at all. That has issues, because I've got to make sure that they've got everything that they could possibly need down here, and they don't, because otherwise if I set this up and I didn't move any food down, for example, then there would be a problem. They would starve to death because they would not move out of their burrow. So that would be bad. And similarly, if I don't have beds for them, then they'll get upset because they keep saying, "Oh, I'm sleeping on the floor. I don't like that." Whereas if and the other thing that I'm worried about is that if they don't have access to clothes, then their clothes will gradually wear out. They will wander around naked, and they'll get upset because they're wandering around naked. And obviously that is not something I want. I want them to be happy. Which is why I'm smoothing this area out. So I'm going to smooth this area out and make it so that it's a nice, lovely living space as much as possible. So if I either have to make sure that there are clothes raining down upon them, yeah, or I have to ensure that they're wearing stuff that won't run out, so they don't actually have to worry about clothing in that sense. Because otherwise they're going to get upset. They're going to have temper tantrums and so on and so on and so forth. I also have to be worried about them. If any of them get a strange mood, there's a possibility that they won't have the right workshop for their strange mood. In which case they'll go crazy. But that will probably, if that did happen, then the thing to do would be to actually take them out of the burrow, so they can go anywhere they like at that point. I don't know why I'm keeping that wall. Do not know why I'm keeping that wall. I mean, this wall was purely because originally all there was this corridor going that way. In fact, there was a corridor going like that or something, I can't remember. And so then when I dug all this out, I just left that wall there and just didn't do anything with it. So that wall's actually completely pointless. So I'm just going to dig out some area. I'm going to make a finished goods armor, and just everything that gets produced by the metalsmiths. I'm just going to make a quantum stockpile for all of that, so that they will know to use it. I should probably make forbid that door, because I've got that lever pull, and I've got basically these are big rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big rocks kind of sat there. And if someone pulled the lever and someone just happened to be fetching a rock, fetching because there's galena and charcoal stuff all there at the moment, then they'd bonk their head, and that would be embarrassing. Potentially, by embarrassing, potentially horribly deadly. Okay, that was cool. So we'll just unforbid that, and then I will pull lever again. So there you go. So now there's even more stuff down here. Look at that. So I'm quite pleased. The thing that I thought up actually worked. That's very pleasing. I should still really come up with a solution to getting stuff from the depths of the earth down here up to the above. At the moment, it still has to be hauled all the way up, which is really stupid. But making a minecart system that goes upwards, no, I'm not quite sure how to do that. What I would quite like, what I think would make a nice addition to Dwarf Fortress, is winches, which could be, they could be powered by what did you just do? Did you put something in the that was weird. So a winch. So it would be a slightly less involved system than okay. It would be a slightly less involved system than what we currently have with minecarts and stuff, right? So you'd be able to, but basically you'd have a great big shaft like I've made here. It's just at the top there'd be some kind of winching mechanism, and that will automatically, like you'd lower a bucket, and it might be different labours, but like lower a bucket, and the bucket gets filled, and then it gets winched up. Even if it's just one item at a time, I think that would be a real kind of labour-saving device. footwalls. I think that would really, really, really make things convenient. Okay, I want a furniture storage thing. And I will make it like it doesn't take bins of barrels, that's fine. And furniture again. And build, construct, stop. And QA. So that takes some links only. That's the basics for the setup. So I'll just leave it at that. Do I want to grab all that galena? No, I don't want to grab the galena. I don't care about galena anymore. Galena just gives me silver, and silver's pants. It is the craziest thing that galena, that steel is just worth more than silver. Maybe because you can make different types of silver. You can make sterling silver and stuff like that. And you can make pewter and things, but as far as I mean, you know, maybe gold is more expensive. I don't know, but I don't have any gold, so I don't care. I've got silver, and you know, silver has a material value of 10, but steel is just better. Make sterling silver because that involves copper. I can make bilon, which is copper. Sterling silver has a material value of 8, so that's no point. And bilon has a material value of 6, so no, not gonna bother. I'm looking this up on my tablet, by the way, which is why you can't see anything. I can't be bothered loading up my web browser because I've got I have a real problem when it comes to material value 30 for steel. For feck's sake! I mean, you know, seriously, why would I make anything out of anything else ever? Yeah, I'm just trying to work out stones, gems, metals. Yeah, well, I've got a problem with web browsers that I do tend to just chuck stuff, like a million, you know, bits and pieces of tabs. So if loading it up is actually a pain in the everything. So I don't want to do that. Anyway, so what have we learned today? We have learned that until I get gold is as valuable as steel. The only advantage I would have if I had gold, which I don't, if I had gold in any quantities, instead of having a huge, big, long process to make steel bars, I can just, straight up make gold. I would just because I now have my magma forges, so I wouldn't even need charcoal. It would just be, smelt gold. That would be pretty neat. Just going to quickly check something in Dwarf Therapist. Dwarf Therapist, stone detailing. Filtered by... I didn't filter by age. Filtered by nothing. Yes, okay, I do have lots of stone details. Hi. Castle's cloth robe. Have I ran out of plant cloth again? It's late spring, so soon it's going to be summer, which means I can start planting pigtails again. So that should be alright. Yeah. That's all being smoothed. What the hell? Let's add in this little thing, this little bit here. Smooth everything. Smooth the everythings. Yep, smooth the everythings. Yeah, so this is the thing. So, oh, might as well make my... No, that's a chair. That's not a table, it's a chair. I can actually start putting some of the statues in here and really tart it up, because if there's any any group that I really don't want to be upset, it's these guys. I want these guys to not be upset. I want them to be happy about everything. Suddenly thought of a thing that I want to do. Yep. Barrels. Where are barrels? That's not what I wanted to do. 27th. Yes. Add new task. Right. Bucket. Bed. Chair. Door. Floodgate. Hatch. Cabinet. Bin. Yeah, put that in. Put that for repeat. Make sure. I will also make sure we've got enough bins. But barrels. Barrel. 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 Where are barrels? Barrels. Gone straight past them, haven't I? Door, casket, chair, bed, wooden armour, cage, animal trap, bucket, block. Barrel! There we go. How did I not see that? And do the same over here. Barrel. Bin. Bin, 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 bin. Then W. Repeat. They're both repeating over here. W and go to Shift S and Shift A. T barrel. Leave it as any material. I mean, they'll only make it out of wood because I only have wood requests for it. And we'll put Shift R and make sure I think I want again 30 to 35 just seems to be my thing. Don't know why. It seems to be what I want to do. So Y, create that, and then Shift A, and I want to do bins. Bin. Any material again, and Shift R again. 35. Y. Right, so I only have 96 bins at the minute. Might be okay. I've got 104 barrels. 218 in use. Bins, 97 in use. Allegedly there are no beds in use, but that's because they've actually been they're installed and they don't seem to count at that point. I think they stopped being beds. They stopped being beds as items and then become furniture, but the bed itself effectively disappears. Trying to find things. Trying to find beds in this list is what I'm trying to do. It should be obvious. I thought it would be in here. But again, when I'm presented with a huge... Oh, there we go, beds. I have 207... Why is that? Somewhere around here, if you're just going to scroll up and down, somewhere around here it gets a bit unhappy. Probably the 6,246 used threads, now I think about it. So beds, I have 57 beds out in the world. Well, I have 57 beds that are free, and I have 207 from the looks of things that are used, which I think is what these blue things are. Yeah. So there you go. So I've got 207 beds. I have 215 dwarves. So it sounds like to me I could do with making some more beds. That's fine. Actually, I can put the beds in now. So I don't actually need to build any more beds, but I do need to make. Well, I can do. I'm going to try and ensure that I don't use any of my masterwork beds down here. Because that will make them suddenly need to make more beds, which they don't need to anymore. That's going to take up time and effort of my carpenters, which I don't really want them to do. It looks like I'm actually okay in terms of, oh no, I accidentally made one of the master beds. But you can see that the plumwood bed is beginning to climb up the. You can see down here. There's the masterwork one of my masterwork ones. It's beginning to climb up the list. And I'm quite happy for them to get, you know, nice beds, but my masterwork beds really do need to get saved. H containers. So again, I just want to make sure that they get coffers that aren't masterwork. Not actually, might not care too much. But I think it's a good thing in general just to, you know, keep that in mind. Oop. Yeah, so once all that is set up and I've got my bit, in fact, I now have, as soon as the table gets installed, I think I can, as soon as all these beds get installed, and you know, this as soon as the bed gets installed, and these beds get installed, and a table gets installed here, I can start making this into you know, my burrow, because I'll then have a place for everyone to sleep. And one of the things I'm going to want to do is bring all my metalsmiths down here, bring all my furnace operators down here, probably expand here, and stuff like that. In fact, I am going to do that now. I'm going to build a channel here for a new smiths. Yeah, this is for a new magma forge. And I got those two smelters going. They're fine. Because I've got stone nearby to build them with, I'm not going to have that problem that I had before, where you say, could you please build this thing for me, and they have to go up like 100 levels in order to find you know, a piece of you know, stone to build the actual you know, the forge with. So as you can see, lots of drinks down here. So the drinks one got filled up quite quickly. So, you know, it was a theoretical problem that you'd end up with if I just made this one single stockpile for drinks, or for drinks and food. I could easily have ended up with all drinks and no food, which would not have been good. Here Atelier. Everything's fine. Oh, I notice they're still taking stuff from far away and not taking from there, which is a bit of a pity. although there's not a huge amount of point doing it for this one. Because they don't seem to be moving the way I want them to move things. I'll do it there as well. Don't know why that stop's not working. That one's working fine. So, you know, all the bars are there, so that's good. But they're not doing it here, and I don't know why. Oh! Have they built the stop? They have, okay. And okay, so making you stop. Oh, I've just realised I've done something stupid. I didn't set the stop up. I didn't set it to dump north, and I may not have done it there either, which might be the problem. Okay, that's annoying. Maybe I need a generic stone stockpile as well. Plumwood cabinet, where did you bring that from, you twits? Ugh, dwarves are so stupid. Okay, dining room time. Where's my cursor? There's my cursor. Make dining room. Make the whole thing a dining room. What the hell? Everything's a dining room. And then it's... I'll not make it. I don't think I want it to be a... don't think I want it to be a meeting hall, because the possibility is that other people from other places will come down here for meetings. Oh, that's not necessarily a bad thing now I think about it, but it does mean that there's going to be dwarves hefting themselves up and down for zero good reason. So let's not do that. Yeah, so I may have to get those items out the way before all the bedrooms can be placed. It's slightly irritating. So you're placing stuff in there. So I have to remember to set that up properly. Dump north. I might need to deconstruct that track stop. That might be what's causing the problem. Right. I think what I've done is I've not set that up properly. It's not dumping. So we'll remove that track stop and we'll put it in again. Something out. Yeah. So these guys are actually going to have a relatively nice area. They're going to have smooth bedrooms and probably engraved bedrooms. I'll set my dwarves engraving. So they should have probably quite a nice little place to sleep in. Been another delivery. Sweet. Together with all the metalsmiths and furniture operators, the metalsmiths and furnace operators, I'm going to want to have some dedicated haulers down here, I think. Yes, I think that is the thing I'm going to want. Just, like moving furniture around and so on and so on and so forth. Right, okay. Build, construct, stop. Dump on arrival north. Make it out of granite. So that's working quite nicely. Right now, so now H. Don't go R. Haha. Stop 1, X, 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 enter. Takes. You might as well take everything because it's actually the nature of the stockpile that's important. S. P. And then done. Accept, needs vehicle. There we go. That track stop's still there. It's just slated for removal, which hasn't happened yet, that's fine. Okay, so that should be the furniture stockpile dealt with. I'm just going to make sure that this is set up properly. I'm absolutely certain that the problem is that it hasn't been set up properly. Which means I'm just going to need to assuming you're a mechanic, but you're looking like you're doing mechanic things. Destroy building. Oh, well, it might not need mechanics to create it, actually. So it might not need mechanics to break it. There's a question. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen to the. Right, dump north on arrival. That's interesting. It's claiming there are lead bars that are closer than the granite, which, as far as I can tell, is right next to it. But never mind. Right, so that is now a track stop, or it is to be made into a track stop. He wants to push the vehicle. Oh, actually no. Right, so I need to go to H and lower or quantum stockpile and enter and get rid of that. Because I actually don't want it to be pushed as such. They're not really being pushed, these minecarts. They're not really moving at all. It's just that as soon as you put an item in it, and then it's immediately, oh, it has arrived, and thus you dump north on arrival. Yeah, it's arrived because it's just always been there. Is what happens. It's late spring, so it's not yet summer. Okay. I'm actually going to have to wait for another season. What I desperately need is for the Dwarven Caravan to turn up, not get murdered, so that I can offer goods to them. But we will see. Now, here's the thing. Maple minecart with plus plus. So H. I think it is already. Yeah, I think it's already, yeah, so it just needs to be moved. Okay. Yes! I think that has succeeded. I don't know why I'm J. H. So lower or there we go. So it's been dumped. Yes. Okay. Pleasing. On that note of victory, I'm going to call it a day. My little area down here is getting built out quite nicely. Eventually, I'm going to get all the beds sorted. Once I get all the beds sorted, then I'm going to decide who is going to live down here forever and ever and ever. Get them armoured up. And get them armoured up and then so that their clothes will not fall off them. And Magma Forge V. And then, once I've done that, then I will assign them to be down here forever and ever and ever. And they will never be seen again. Hell with it, make it out of iron bar. It's not like I don't have a million iron bars. Yes. I will probably want to do things like, yeah, there might be a few, you know, other folks down here. I mean, definitely I want some dedicated haulers, things like that. Is that not got... Sorry, just pull the lever. Yeah, so I keep saying, "Oh, now I'm finished," and then I keep doing things. So yes, I've got my plan. This is going to be an area. There are going to be some metalsmiths, and there's going to be some haulers and furnace operators, and they are just going to live down here forever and to never see the light of day ever again. So hopefully I'm going to get that sorted soon. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If so, please hit like or subscribe. And if you happen to be interested in tabletop role-playing games, then we have a tabletop role-playing game themed blog. Well, it's mostly a podcast and blog. We do other things like video games and stuff like that. More geeky stuff, but the main focus is tabletop role-playing games. If you're interested in that, head over to www.newlyenoughddice.com. And until I see you again, please do have yourselves a very dwarfy day.